from BS and Beer Media. It's Top of the Bleachers with Jason and Tucker.
Smith coming right, trying to outrun the coverage, makes a cut, gets it. Oh, he's still going. Oh, he's going to score. He's got the five.
Let's see what the guys are talking about today.
Hello, welcome into the Top of the Bleachers. I'm Jay, he's Tuck. We're hanging out talking sports and stuff. Be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button if you want to. You don't have to. No pressure. We're not we're a pressure-free zone here. Follow us.
Do it.
You can follow us on X at the Bleachers Pod as well, as we post a lot of dumb stuff, but come check us out. And anyway, we're just hanging out. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, not much, man. Just Monday, my day off. Just kind of hanging around the house, enjoying the day, being kind of lazy.
Well, that's not bad. It's supposed to take a day off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you are. I get Sundays off too, but I always end up working at the church or working around the house. By the end of the day, it doesn't really feel like a day off. So Monday, I'm usually pretty lazy on Mondays, but thinking about going and jumping out in the pool and having a good time after the podcast is over.
Sweet. Yeah, I had to work this morning, but wasn't too bad. I was off by like 1 or so, and then took a nap, and then now I'm here chilling with you.
I thought you looked refreshed, man. You look refreshed and renewed. You look like maybe you're not as sick as a dog anymore.
Yeah, no kid. I'm a brand new man. No kid. I'm so glad I'm not sick anymore. Oof, that was rough. But I know both of us had some deaths in the family this past week or week and a half. They found one of my cousins. They found his body anyway. He was laying, I think, beside his pickup truck. That's what the final word's going to be. Not sure what happened to him yet. They're doing an autopsy, so we're going to figure that out. But could be, he was only 45, so he wasn't that old, but didn't live the most healthy life. And so it could be health related, could be something else. We'll find out. So, but yeah, that's going on with my family. So,
well, if I was a betting man, I would probably bet fentanyl. I knew Will. He had some problems with abuse, so that would be what I would guess. When you first told me, I was like, oh wow, maybe this is like one of those, ID shows. You're going to tell me like he found three bullet holes in him or something like that. But
no foul play that we know of yet. Anyway,
well, that's good. I mean,
we'll see. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I mean, 45. I mean, it's possible it could have been just a heart attack or something like that.
Could have been. And then I guess your Aunt Claudia, you had the funeral this week?
Yeah, we had the funeral. Beautiful funeral. Found out some things about my Aunt Claudia that I didn't know. Big woman of faith. I bet you there was 150 people at her funeral. There won't be that many at mine. I guarantee it. And most of it was her church, Scarborough side of the family, which is deaf and blind. So it's really fun to go visit the Scarborough side of the family. And then, we went to the gravesite, came back, church fed us, and then Matt and I headed out. And funeral was pretty early in the day, so we just happened to have brought our golf clubs. And we stumbled across this golf course in Van Buren called Eagle Crest. It's on the Arkansas National Golf Trail. Beautiful, beautiful course. Lots of elevation. Like seems like you're hitting down or up to the green. Really pretty. Played the round of my life, which my brother will not attest to, but I did. I played the round of my life.
Of course.
On the 10th hole, Matt's about anywhere from 85 to 75 yards out. He's got pitching wedge in his hand, and I'm already on the green because, like I said, I was having a great day, and I'm walking up to the green, and he pitches it And I thought, well, that was a good pitch. Well, that's got a chance. Roll, roll. Sucker went in. I lost my mind. I was running all over the place.
That's
And then,
awesome.
and then we get to like the 13th hole, and we're around a lot of really nice houses. And Matt, who never hooks one, hooks this ball, and it lands up in this lady's patio area and bounces
Nice.
like 80 times, brrr, and my brother turns around and looks past me at the tee and yells, "What are you doing?" Like he's like somebody else hit the ball. And I realized I started laughing, and it was one of those laughs where you like actually have tears, like you can't breathe. And I got to thinking about it. I experienced every emotion that day. I had went from sorrowful and tears and sad to happy and laughter and excitement. And I mean, I experienced anger that day. The traffic was terrible.
Yeah. I can't remember the three things Jimmy V said, was it? But in his speech, he's talking, if you laugh, if you cry.
Yeah.
There's one more that he says, if you do those three things in a day,
Yeah.
that's a full day.
And that's exactly what I thought about. I was like, dang,
Yeah.
I was standing on the hill. I'm overlooking Van Buren. It's just gorgeous out. And I got to thinking about it, and I'm like, well, Jimmy V knew what he was talking about, man. Today has been, even though it started off with a funeral, it ended up being just one of the best days ever, just because I experienced so much emotion that day.
Yeah.
It's just a really good day, man. I know that's hard.
Awesome.
That's wild to say when it's a funeral's involved, but it was a really good day.
That's good. I'm glad. Sorry about your aunt, but I'm glad you had a good day.
Well, like I said, she's a woman of faith, and it makes it a lot easier when you do a funeral like that.
I need to get out on the golf course. I haven't been out in a while.
Well, that Van Buren course is sits dead middle in between us. All I'm saying is it'd be about 2 hours for you, about 2 hours for me. Meet right there, play some golf.
Well, we have to do that. Let's plan that. Also going on, we got my mom moved in. So you get to the age where your parents start getting older, and it was time for her to come stay with us. There was other things involved too. My dad passed a year ago or whatever. And she's not capable, because she left today. She's out of here. She's like, I'm going to Oklahoma for a day or two. I'll be back. And left. So she was definitely capable of everything still. So we're adjusting to that, and she's adjusting to that. And but so far it's been good, I think. But yeah, trying to get all of her stuff in and organized and unboxed and put away and move our stuff out of the way. It's been a lot over the last few days, but and still a lot to go. So, but yeah, we're getting her in.
Well, she's very capable, I know, but capable of managing 10 acres and all that is a little much. I'm glad. I think she's going to enjoy it, being a little closer into town and being able to do stuff. And her granddaughter's not that far away from her, so I think she'll probably be okay with it.
This puts her closer to her doctors and stuff too.
Yeah, as long as you don't drive her crazy, I think she'll be all right.
Well, we'll see. I'm the oldest, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, I can tell a story about her jumping on your back and trying to beat the crap out of you one time. So you're not exactly the easiest guy to get along with.
Sometimes I was a teenager, just like every teenager. I was an idiot. So many ways. I'm still a moron in a lot of ways. But anyway, I didn't have anything else going on, man. That's kind of a boring week for me, which no news is good news, I guess. But
amen.
Much else going on. So we can jump right into it if you don't have anything else.
No, I'm good, man. Let's get in there.
All right. So this week, let's start with our top 5 segment that we're going to do.
Okay.
And this week we said we're going to do the top 5 sporting events that we would like to attend. And I'm
Yeah,
probably
with the
sure we share this view with probably a lot of people.
well, mine is listed as top 10 or top 5 events to attend before, I had the funerals and all this going on. So before I kick the bucket, this is
Oh,
this
okay.
is this is something I would like to do before I kick the bucket.
This is on the bucket list. Oh,
Yeah,
geez. Okay.
I think these are on the bucket list. They're probably on the bucket list for quite a few rednecks out there, I'm sure.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too. I don't have any truck derbies or truck pulls, but
Well, let's get right into it. Number 5 on my list, infield at Daytona. I want to be in the infield at Daytona during the Daytona 500. I think
okay.
that would be not only would it be amazing to hear and watch those cars go around that circle at that speed, but I hear it is a party and a half in the infield. So
You get you one of them big RVs, man, and stay
yeah,
there.
take me a crew with me.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm not a big race fan, so I don't know about myself, but I know that's a big sport.
I
A lot of
I
people like it.
always kind of feel bad watching car racing because I'm one of those that's waiting on the wreck. You know what I mean? I want
Yeah.
to see Ricky Bobby flip 8 times going down the middle of the track. That's what I want to see. So that's
Oh
probably
my
bad.
goodness.
That's probably bad.
Okay. Um. Okay. My number 5. This probably would have been a lot more exciting when I was under the age of
I already know what you're gonna say.
13,
Yeah,
but it would still be the most awesome thing to go to, and that'd be WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
I'm not I'm not up to on a lot of the new stuff. I see highlights and stuff on Twitter, and of course Dale does his wrestling shows that I listen to sometimes too. But I'm out of the loop a little bit. But just the overall ambiance of WrestleMania, you know what I mean, and all the people there. The biggest names, there's going to be some people show up that you didn't think were going to show up. There's going to be celebrities. There's going to be all that stuff. Just the atmosphere of it would be
The spectacle.
awesome. Yes,
Yeah.
I would like that very much. And I didn't get to go when I was a kid. Like, if we could have gone to like WrestleMania 3, that would
Oh
be
my
like
God.
the
Are you kidding
dream.
me? I'd probably be a pro wrestler right now.
That would have been the dream, right? But
Yeah.
no, any WrestleMania would probably be unbelievable. So I had it number 5.
All right. Well, WrestleMania did not make my list. Okay.
Okay, all right. I'm a little surprised,
And
but not really.
the only reason it didn't make my list is because of what you said. I'm out of the loop. I stopped watching WrestleMania. I think, or wrestling. I think Seth Rollins was coming into the WWE about the time that
Yeah,
and it's not like I said, "Oh, I'm done with this." It's just life happened, and it didn't take precedence on Monday nights or Thursday nights or whatever like it used to. So,
yeah, same.
I'm just out of the loop. So now, if I could go back to WrestleMania 3, shoot, WrestleMania 5, 6, whatever. Yeah, I'm in, man. I'm in.
That'd be great.
All right, number 4 on my list is I would love to attend a Game 7 of an NBA playoff game. It doesn't have to be the championship. Championship would be awesome. But I want to go to a Game 7. I want a Game 7. Everything's on the line because you're going to see the NBA players at their best. And
Yeah.
nobody's going to be sitting. You know what I mean? Nobody's. Oh, I'm tired. Unless it's Joel Embiid, of course, and then he's not going to play.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. A Game 7, that would be really fun.
It would be really cool if it was 2 teams that were really invested in. And if you got to see a Game 7 and you were a big like Coach Lee is. Coach Lee's a huge Mavs fan. If he got to see the Mavs in a Game 7, I bet you he'd be pumped.
Oh man, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Okay. I don't have any NBA stuff on my list actually. My number 4 is sort of in the same realm as wrestling, dudes fighting each other. But I want to go to a UFC heavyweight championship fight. I want to see these guys actually try to tear each other's head off, like, for real. Like, we're not, boxing. It's, we might outpoint the dude, or something, or they might go the distance, and they still go the distance or whatever. They go their 3 rounds or 5 rounds or however many rounds they're going to fight. But just that would be the atmosphere. If someone got knocked out, the expectation of someone getting knocked out would just be like so intense. Like, even when I'm at home watching a big fight, I'm tensed up. Like, I'm just like, I'm tensed. I'm like, what's gonna happen? He's just get knocked out. Something's gonna happen. Yeah, that would be fun. That'd be really fun to go to.
Okay, well, you stole a little bit of my thunder there because that's number 3 on my list is a UFC championship match. I want to see a UFC championship match.
We need to make that happen.
And one of the things that one of the reasons why this made my list is because of the undercard. When you go, you're not just watching one match, buddy. You get to see like 8 or 9 fights in the undercard. And sometimes there have been a few UFCs I know of that the undercards have been better than the main event was.
That's true.
So
that is true.
I have it on my list too, but I got a little higher than you do. That's my number 3.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that about you, actually. I didn't know you would like to see a fight like that.
Yeah, as long as I'm not in the fight, I'm all about watching the fight.
I agree. I'm too old for that.
As long as it's not in the fight, I'm in. Whatever.
Okay, that was my number 4. Well, all right, who's your number 4 then?
My number 4 was the game 7. You got to do your number 3.
All right, number 3.
Yeah.
All right, this one I'm not sure you see this one coming. I would like to go to the Kentucky Derby.
Really?
I would love to go to the Kentucky Derby. I've only been to the horse races a few times.
Yeah.
And just being able to see the animals before and being able to, like, I think that one's faster than the other one, It would just be fun, and then you also get to dress up.
Yeah.
And just the whole spectacle of all that. I think that'd be fun. I just think it'd be
you talk about stars too. There are stars all over the Kentucky Derby. There's no telling who you're going to bump into drinking your mint juleps.
That's true.
Again, stole a little bit of my thunder. That's my number 2 on my list, the Kentucky Derby. Yeah.
I thought you didn't think you'd pick that one.
Yeah, man, I love the idea of going and getting me a tailored suit and Lace putting on a big hat and us going to the Kentucky Derby. I think that would be awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Now, I would have much rather gone and done it during COVID, because when you watch some of those Kentucky Derbies, I mean, they are elbow to elbow. They have got them packed in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be hard to see, but it'd be fun.
I think it'd be neat.
Fun. Yeah. All right, who's your number 3?
Drinking mint juleps, there's a good chance I won't even remember the race. So there you go. So what's your number 2, man? We've been kind of tracking the same way here. What's your number 2?
Okay, my number 2 is so we talked about this before. If this was an event, is it count as an event or is it one single game? You know what I mean? And since we said sporting event,
yeah.
My number 2 is going to be, I want to go to the Final Four weekend, and just be there for the whole weekend. Doing all the extra stuff too, not just going to the games. That would be great too, but all the extra stuff that they do and they show and they have and people you can meet. Yeah, I think that experience would just be, that'd be so fun. That's my number 2. That's number 2.
Okay, well,
thought about it for a while.
Let me tell you something. All right, there's a reason we've been friends since 8th grade, because my number 1 is the NCAA Final Four.
Wow.
Weekend. The championship game would be cool to see, but that's like the next weekend. So when you say the Final Four weekend, you're talking about 4 teams playing each other. And you and I talked about this, if the Hogs are there, which, who knows, if the Hogs were there and they won their game, you're going to find some tickets to that game the next on Monday or whenever.
You're daggone right. You daggone right. If I have to beat somebody up for them. Especially if it was your team, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
man,
but it's one of those events that would even be fun if it was 4 teams that you didn't really care
oh,
about. It's going to
yeah,
be good basketball. It's a spectacle. Stars show up for it.
yeah,
You're going to see former players and stuff like it. It would be awesome, man. It would be
it
a lot of
would
fun.
be. It would be. That's
So
one of
what's your number one?
I'm so boring.
Super Bowl.
I want to go to the Super Bowl. I haven't
Okay.
even been to an NFL game.
You want to go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I want to go to the Super Bowl. I haven't even been to an NFL game. I've been trying to go for at least 10 years. I haven't gone yet. Not Super Bowl, just a game.
Well, you're closer to Kansas City than anything.
Yeah, I could go Kansas City or Dallas or
You go to Dallas, we'll make it happen. You and I go to Dallas. We'll do a podcast from down there, man.
yeah, yeah. Super Bowl be number one. I don't even care who the teams are. I mean, just
See, that was the reason that the Super Bowl did not make my list, was because I do care when it comes to the Super Bowl. I don't want to go and watch two teams play that one of them ain't the Cowboys. I know that makes me a homer or whatever, but any other Super Bowl, I would much rather watch at home, with my pause button and being able to go to take a potty break or whatever.
yeah,
But Cowboys in the Super Bowl, yeah, I'm going to be upset it's not on my list if the Cowboys are in the Super Bowl. But
yeah,
that's the only reason it didn't make my list, is because like there were a few honorable mentions that I thought of, like the Super Bowl. World Series is in there. I mean, but it would have to be like a Game 7 or something like that. That would be cool. Wimbledon. I thought about Wimbledon. I thought, oh man, you talk about stars showing up and an
Yep.
event.
The Masters.
The Masters. I thought about the Masters. A World Cup. Can you imagine the party at the World Cup? I mean, I'm not even a soccer guy. Those people know how to party. That's like the Stanley Cup. I go to the Stanley Cup. Heck yeah, man. I don't watch hockey. I don't know the rules to hockey, but I'll go to a hockey game and yell and scream and bang on the glass. I got no
Yeah.
problem doing that.
I like watching hockey. I don't understand it though.
And the Olympics, but again, we were talking about an event, and the Olympics, man,
It's a month long.
it's a month long, and I think all these events are separate packages. So, I mean, to go to the Olympics, the Winter Olympics would be fun. I think the Winter Olympics would be fun to watch. So watch that guy come down the hill and jump, maybe see an agony of defeat while you're there. Some guy break his leg in 5 places rolling down a hill. Who knows?
Goodness gracious, car wrecks and people wrecks.
Well, it's kind of like the UFC thing. As long as it ain't happening to me, it's entertaining.
So I definitely don't want it to happen to me.
Yeah.
All right. So I got WrestleMania, UFC, Kentucky Derby, Final Four, Super Bowl.
I have infield at Daytona, Game 7 of an NBA playoff game, UFC, Kentucky Derby, NCAA Final Four.
Wow. Okay. Well, we could do these together.
We could do 3. We could at least do 3 of them together. I'll even go to the Super Bowl if somebody hands me a ticket. I'm just not buying one.
Yeah, that might be hard to go to. That's why I haven't been to one. That's why we are the top of the bleachers.
That's why we are the top of the bleachers.
Because that's where we sit when we go to ball games. Because that's where we're on a budget here, people.
Yeah,
we're on a budget.
Yeah, I'm not retired yet. One of these days.
No. All right, cool. That was good. I like that. Speaking of the Olympics, you said.
Or you want to talk about Olympics? What you want to talk about?
So we got a lot of Olympics. I watched some of the basketball. And then they look good. They won pretty comfortably. I think they play tomorrow. The men's do. The women are just crushing everybody. They're just beating everybody. They're just beating them bad.
Well, they got that thing going on that the Dream Team had. Like there aren't a bunch of pros on these other women teams, you know.
Right. Yeah. You should see the Japan team had their guards both of them were 5'5".
You see Draymond's hot take on the Dream Team. He thinks this team could beat the Dream Team.
Yeah, I saw that. He's dumb.
Well, he's allowed to believe what he wants, even if he's wrong. Even if he's wrong, he's allowed to believe what he wants.
I don't know. I guess it might be a good game, but I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know.
Let's see. Simone Biles falls short. She this is the crazy thing about the Olympics. Like the USA basketball team is like the least interesting thing to me. There is so much stuff going on other places that is so much more fun to watch. The Lyles kid being the fastest man in the world, man. Did you see that race? That was photo finish, man.
It was close.
And even in the photo finish, I'm like, I don't know, man. That guy, other guy's foot is right there.
The controversy I heard about that. I didn't get to see it live, but I heard the controversy was that the guy announcing said some other guy won.
Yeah. Well, it sure kind of looked like it. It sure kind of looked like it. It looked like the other guy won because it's so much so that Lyles ran up behind him and patted him on the back and said, "I think you got this." And like 5 seconds later, the times flashed up and he won. And he was like, "Wow!" It went crazy.
Yeah. I heard that.
I don't know about controversy. It was such a close race. I mean, he was probably silly for even calling a winner. He should have, backed off and waited for the results or whatever.
That's what they're saying. Is he jumped the gun early on who was
just excited. It was a heck of a race, man. And it wasn't just him and the guy that he finished ahead of. I mean, everybody was at the line. I mean, it was a good race from beginning to end.
Yeah. I saw the guy that came in 8th or 9th place was faster than Carl Lewis's gold medal in 1984.
Well, the crazy thing is that Lyles ends up winning by like 0.005 or something like that. It was crazy. But he ran like a 9, I can't remember. I want to say like a 9.7 something. Usain Bolt's record is 9.5 something. Usain's still beating all these guys, man.
Oh yeah. Well, he was 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, the women's was good too, and I thought the USA was going to win too, but she came in second.
Yeah.
Second
second is still a medal, man. Still a medal.
Yeah.
And then what about the pole vaulter? You want to bring up the pole vaulter?
Oh man, this guy, he's famous.
I can
not famous at the same time.
I can do 15 minutes on this guy. Okay. Hey guys, every guy out there that wants to be well hung. Yeah. Probably don't want to be an Olympic athlete.
You don't want to be a pole vaulter. You probably don't want to do that.
Probably want to go over with your back, whatever.
This guy, man, on national TV got hung up on the bar and knocked the bar off. I couldn't believe it.
Went pole to pole with it, man. It was.
I couldn't believe it. Like you just like what? How's that never happened in the Olympics before? Like how's that never happened?
I have no idea, dude. Well,
you think that would happen?
Okay. I got to give this guy some credit. I mean, he's pole vaulting with a lot more weight than some of these other guys are pole vaulting.
Stop it. Oh my gosh. He carries his bolt with him everywhere he goes.
He needs to invest in something, strap that thing back a little bit. Something. Go take a dip in the cold pool before you go pole vaulting or something.
Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, I got that going on. And then the whole boxing controversy with the Algerian man. I don't know yet. I'm still undecided.
This does not need to happen in the Olympics. This is not, first of all, okay, it's not it's not a good look for the LGBTQ or whatever. You didn't win any points with this. You know what I mean? Like this is just this actually shows the other argument a little bit, more clear. This is ridiculous, man. Did you see this person? I'm gonna say person and be nice, but did you see this person?
Yeah,
Jacked, man.
yeah. I
Jacked.
know the one girl just quit. She got
Yeah,
hit.
and Lace
It's
Lace said
like, "Nah, I quit."
Lace and I were talking about this, and she said, "Well, they're still in the same weight class." And I said, "It's not. If a 130-pound man going up against a 130-pound woman is not a fair fight,
Mm,
especially when you both have been training for as long as you've been training." And
yeah,
even Caitlyn Jenner has talked about this, and Caitlyn Jenner has said that it's not fair because there are still so much, even when you're transitioning and everything, there's so much testosterone still left in you. It's just not fair in sports to
yeah.
do that.
I agree. I know it's a big deal right now, and she's or
Apparently, it's not
he,
just
whatever.
it's not just one. There were two of them, for what I understand.
Yeah, I did. I saw that too. Yeah, and you would think as strict as they are on their testing,
Well, nobody.
like you would think that they would. This would be something that'd be like, no, you can't compete. You can't. They do it for others. They do it for other drugs,
I, I don't
like
know, man.
drugs and stuff. Why
I'm,
wouldn't they do it for
I'm,
that?
I don't get it. I
Like,
don't. I don't understand how it got as far as it did. I don't
I
understand
mean,
that. I don't understand it at all.
it's
And
like letting them.
it's probably the way some rule is written somewhere. Uh, but I mean,
Well,
it's just not. I mean,
did you ever see that skit Dave
let's
Chappelle
do
did?
let's do an extreme comparison. Okay,
I got one too.
let's say we just talk Iron Mike into claiming he's a woman next Olympics, and we let Iron Mike go in there and fight in the women's division. It's not fair. There's nothing fair about that. Okay.
Yeah, did you ever see that skit Dave Chappelle did on the WNBA?
No.
If
No.
uh, if LeBron James decides I'm a woman,
Yeah.
or we're gonna let him play in the WNBA and score 70 points a night.
Yeah. It's not.
Yeah, it's not fair, man.
It's
I
not.
know women get upset about that, all that equal stuff, and all that, but it's not.
I'm
It,
all about equality, but if we're gonna go about it this way, well
it's
then
not
let's
fair.
not have separate gender sports. Let's just let every gender compete against each other. And what women are going to find out is that they're not going to have any women athletes who succeed. Even Venus Williams has, or Serena, or whichever one it's Serena that's the popular. Yeah, she's even said that she would get annihilated in the men's game. I mean,
Yeah,
and Serena is buff. I mean, she's an athlete, and she's even said that she would not win in the men's game.
yeah, that's straight. That's crazy.
You can't. It's Olympics are supposed to separate the best from the best, and that's not the best going up against the best.
And it should be the most fair and equal,
It
and
should be. It really should be. It's
like,
not. And we've seen over the years, I mean, either a bad judge or steroid use or something like that.
yeah, like there you go.
Everybody's looking for an edge up.
Yeah,
This should not be one of them.
yeah, like they don't let you roid up.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's the same
It's
thing.
just,
You're trying to get an advantage. You're trying to. Yeah, I don't like that at all. But anyway, that's a big deal. We'll probably get hate mail over that one.
well, I haven't given out my address, so that's okay.
And then you already brought up Simone. That was the only other one I had wrote down. But I saw she got silver.
Simone and the other girl. Oh, I'll never remember her name. Anyway, one of the other U.S. girls that was vying for the gold, she also slipped off the balance beam. So, but they brought home silver in the all around, and they did good. They did all right, man. They just,
Yeah.
You can't win them all. Even if your name is Simone Biles, you can't win them all.
Yeah. The only other thing I watched some of was the swimming, which I always like the swimming.
Dude, Katie
Yeah.
Ledecky, can you just say like the greatest swimmer ever? Maybe. I mean, her
Yeah.
and Michael Phelps, probably the greatest swimmers ever. What is
Yeah.
she? Nine gold medals now. She's the most decorated woman swimmer of all time.
The other girl, I can't Mintalk or something like that. I think she's from Canada.
McIntosh, Summer McIntosh.
She was winning everything.
Dude, she is, and she's cute. Like you can't say that about a lot of those swimmers, but she is. She's cute, man.
Oh boy. Any other Olympic stuff you want to talk about?
I think USA men's won 3-on-3 basketball. Did you watch that? They didn't win. They didn't. Did they get to the finals?
They were eliminated. I think the quarterfinals or something. They lost 21-6.
Oh, dang it!
Yeah.
I thought they were on the road to go. They had one of the Ferry boys playing. No, it wasn't Ferry.
No, they had Jimmer. They had Jimmer. Burdett.
Oh yeah. But they had somebody was the son of a living basketball legend. Who was it?
I don't know. I didn't see the other
Barry. One of the Barrys was playing on the team, or somebody like that.
Oh, like Brant Barry or something.
Somebody like that. Yeah.
I didn't see the other guys. I just saw that they lost, and people were talking about how we got to figure that out. How are we going to get LeBron and KD? And
we need to get some of them guys from the Big Three to come and play our Olympic team.
Yeah. Well, that's like the first time the USA's ever competed in that, or if that's the first time it's ever been.
I think that might be the first time it's been in the Olympics. I think that might be one of the newer sports.
I got you. Okay. I
watched a little bit of kayaking. You watch any kayaking? Exciting stuff, man. They take 4 guys and they put them in a kayak about, I don't know, they're probably 8-10 feet off the ground, and they're all in this little chute. And then the buzzer rings and they drop the chute, and everybody drops down into the water from that 8-10 feet or whatever. And then it is a mad dash to the end of the pool, and you got to get through all these gates and everything. And they got one that they got to go, and it's like a bridge, and you got to roll over and go underwater and go under it upside down and then come back up. Dude, man, it was exciting.
Not doing that.
And then I watched a little bit of the steeplechase, which
you ever been in a kayak?
I have been in a kayak. Yeah, I've been in a kayak. Not the ones that they have; they're sealed into it and all that. But I've been into like the Dick's Sporting Good kayak. Yeah, I've been in that. I mean, it takes a little. It's like being in a canoe with somebody for the first time. You know.
It's not, I thought it was way worse than a canoe. I did. I got used to it, but at first I was wow. You
gotta have a real strong core. You got to have a real strong core, especially these guys that like do the rollover thing and stuff like that. I bet you they got, 12-pack. They ain't got a 6-pack. They got like a 12-pack, man.
Yeah.
And I watched a little bit of steeplechase, and I watched this Kenyan. They're coming up to the water jump, and the guy beside him like elbows him and knocks him like out, and he ends up missing the jump, and then he was like in the top 5. There's like 2 laps to go, and he has to go back and do the water jump, and he falls all the way back to like 9th. And them last 2 laps, man, he did everything he could to make it back. He had to come in 5th to make the finals. He come in 6th, right behind the guy, giving everything he had to lap. But he gets like elbowed and knocked out of it was crazy, man. I was like, isn't that some sort of foul, or that guy should get a do-over or something, man?
DQ for real. All right. Well, there's more Olympics coming. I know basketball's tomorrow or whatever, and it's still going on right now. I don't know how long it goes on, to be honest with you. We said a month earlier. I don't really know if that's accurate.
It's like, pretty close, man.
I know we're on like day 13 or something right now.
Yeah, we're on the downhill side, I believe.
All right. Well, now let's talk about a little football.
All right. You want to go pro or college?
We can talk about the Hogs if you want to first.
I got a little bit of stuff to talk about the Hogs about.
All right.
I watched a couple press conferences after the first few practices of fall camp. Here's what I've taken from that: don't let players do press conferences. Right? You get no information from them whatsoever. Well, my teammates and I are really picking each other up, and we're really working hard out there. It's like the dazed and confused. Oh, we gave 110%. It was a taking effort.
Yeah.
But they have a few interviews with some of the coaches, and you get more information out of them. So, yeah.
Yeah. So fall camp started. We're on like day 3 or 4 now.
Yeah.
I've seen lots of reporting and videos and one-handed grabs by dudes and all that stuff. There's not a lot of there's a couple of positions, but there's not a lot of competition. It doesn't seem like. It seems like everybody's kind of set, like where they're going to play. I know, like the linebacker situation, our kicking situation. Those are the 2 main things that are like
our kicking situation is looking pretty good, man. We got
this Matthew Shipley guy, but none of these guys have not proven anything yet.
Well, Shipley was there behind Max Keller last year, and Keller ended up moving on to somewhere to go play with his brother. And him and Shipley battled each other all year long. So he is kind of proven. Matter of fact, he's proven enough that the special teams coaches, he didn't say it outright. He said everybody's still battling for the job. That's what you do in fall camp. But it looks like Shipley's probably going to be your guy.
Yeah.
Their goal is 80% on the year. They feel like if they can go 80% on the year from their field goal, their extra points, that they've got a lot of chances to win. I would like to see 100% be the goal, but that's just me. That's just me.
Well, when I say proven, I meant like in games. I haven't seen him in games kicking, game on the line.
Well, the second day of camp, both kickers that are vying for the kicking spot went 14 of 14 during the scrimmage or whatever. So there's not a lot of difference in between them right now. Coach is kind of waiting for one of them to pull away. The one that got me was the deep snapper, and now I can't remember the kid's name. We got a deep snapper, man. 264 snaps so far. None of them been bad.
Here we go. I got this to show.
Was it Bale? Is Bale I can't remember what his name was.
Eli Stein.
That's it. Stein's your deep snapper. Yeah.
200.
Let's see.
Are you looking for down here?
234 snaps. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Coach was talking about how something like only 7 of them were the laces. Like when they deep snap, they want the holder to catch the ball with the laces facing the goalpost. And he said out of 234 snaps, there's only been like 7 times that this kid hasn't put the laces towards the field goal. And he said, and that's like, that just doesn't happen.
That sounds possible.
And then he talked about Coach Fontaine. He talked about our return team. Looks like we're going to have Satania, Jordan Anthony.
Satania is fast, man. He's super fast.
But he's got it. Oh, you want to talk about speed? Let's talk about the strength and conditioning coach, Coach Schroeder, man. He talked about this was crazy. All right. Last year we had 4 guys that could run 22 miles an hour. All right.
Yep.
This year we got 11. Okay.
I saw that.
70% of our team can run in the 20s. Okay, can run 20 mile an hour or faster. So we have that gives me so much hope that we have gotten faster. Oh, one of the 11 guys that can run 22, that happens to be Taylor Green, our quarterback. He can run 22 miles an hour.
So I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about Malachi Singleton playing behind him.
Yeah. I've heard some good things about him too. Also, Schroeder was talking about how his attitude when he came in, like he didn't come in barking orders. He came in putting in the work. Like he wanted to gain everybody's respect by showing that he's going to do the same things they do. He's going to work just as hard as they work. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that a
Yes.
lot.
Is it Ben Souter? Is that right?
Oh man,
I think it's Souter.
Shrouder. I think it's Shrouder. I think it has an H.
No, it's SOW.
Oh, is it SOW?
Yeah, Souter or something like that.
But he
Well,
talked
here's
about. They asked him, what do you think you have this year that you didn't have last year? And he was talking about competition, leadership, consistent effort. All that's
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
So,
I saw his presser or whatever. It was good stuff. It sounded like we're going to be a lot stronger. It sounds
yeah,
like.
they asked him who the freak of the team was, and the first guy that popped out of his mouth, Landon Jackson. Like Landon Jackson is just he squats 500. He's 6'7". He's just a man
Yep.
child.
Well, here's our depth chart right now. This is according to ourlads.com, which this is pretty accurate, I think, right now. I know they've been moving Kutis around with Crawford, and Crawford kind of had some injury or something. And then this Joe Moore, they're talking about him, trying to work him in and get some playing spots. But this Fernando Carano is a stud. Addison Nichols is the guy transferred from Tennessee. And Blackstock's good too. So our offensive line is going to be much better. And then we got a possible All-American tight end.
Dude, we got our tight end room probably gives me the most confidence.
Yeah.
Haas, Washington, Gum.
Yeah.
I mean, all these. They got a couple. They got a halfback that they're also using. They're like double training, or not a halfback, a fullback that they're double training as a tight end.
Yeah. I saw a video today. They were in the eye. They were in the eye formation.
Well, the wide receiver or the tight ends coach was talking about how we might have some sets this year with one tight end. We might have one with two tight ends. We might have one with three tight ends. And the tight ends this year are given more responsibility about helping the quarterback get into the right play and everything. So there's a lot of communication and stuff going on. One of the main thing that I noticed from the kids' interviews when I did watch them was they all seem to like Petrino, man. Petrino seems to be their guy. Like they're behind him,
Yeah.
I didn't know if he would rub some of them the wrong way or what, but he seems to.
I saw some stuff where he's not quite as fiery as he used to be.
Well, he's more detail oriented than a lot of coaches that they've come across. Like he will stop a play and explain to the offense why the play is run this way and what it's doing to the defense and why we're lined up like this. And everybody's got to do their job to make this play work.
Yeah, I didn't mean it in a bad way. I just mean that he just doesn't get as angry as he did when he was younger, which he's probably just a little older and wiser. You know what I mean?
I don't know about the wiser part, but he's definitely older.
Well,
and he also doesn't have the responsibility of being the head coach either. He's just the offensive coordinator.
Well, I really like our offense. Our receivers are big and tall and fast. That's good. Our defense is good. It's going to be this linebacker situation is going to be something to sort out. But our interior D line is pretty good. Of course, we got Landon. Nico is going to kind of have to prove himself a little bit. And then, of course, we still got Huddy back there, who's been here for 17 years.
We got a kid named Andre Posca. You got him on there somewhere?
What's he play?
He was a transfer from Eastern Michigan. I want to say he plays on the D line. But by that, what was it?
Ian Gerford?
No, this guy last name's guy is like Posca or something like that. I don't know. That's too small. I can't read it on my screen.
Okay, I can't see it. I don't see that name anywhere. Oh, Andreas Paske?
Oh, Andreas Paske. What's he play?
Tight end.
Tight end. Tight end coach was kind of high on him. Apparently, he made a couple of catches that were we're pretty good, and they're gonna double train him as a fullback too. So that should be interesting.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. I like our tight ends. I like our offense, to be honest. Defense is gonna be a little questionable, but I like our coach. Did you see the video that went viral of him doing the rap?
Yeah.
It's even
One,
on the McAfee show.
one of the things that I'm not worried too much about in a Petrino system is the offense. I think we'll score points. I'm more worried about if we can keep the opponent off the board or not.
Yeah.
Still a lot of questions on the defensive side. Looking for somebody to step up and take leadership or something like that. It's still early. I mean, they just got to where they're hitting each other right now. That was one of the things that Ty Washington said. Because he's coming back from an injury. And they asked him, do you feel like you're back 100%? He said, I didn't really know until I got that first hit. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I'm back, baby. I'm back. So.
Well, they run out of time, in my opinion. I mean, we play in like 24 days or something like that, 23 days. We got a game.
Well,
got to figure this stuff out.
Yeah. What's really, I guess, kind of difficult about college than in the NFL is in the NFL, you get those preseason games where you get to sort some stuff out. And in college, you get, a couple of non-conference ball games, and you better be sorting that crap out on the fly, man, because you can't be losing your non-conference ball games. Because, I mean, when you get into conference play, it's going to be tough this year, man, especially with Texas and Oklahoma on the schedule coming in this year. They got something to prove. They're going to be jacked up to play in the SEC.
Yeah. So, I don't think we don't play Oklahoma, but we play Texas.
We don't. I thought we played Oklahoma. We don't play Oklahoma this year.
Basketball, we will.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. We play Texas. I know Alabama's not on the list. What is our schedule? We go Auburn.
Let me see if I can find that right quick.
I know Auburn's first on the road.
Here we go. Schedule. Okay, so we got Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Win.
Oklahoma State.
Win.
Hopefully win. We'll see.
Hopefully
UAB.
UAB, that's a win.
At Auburn.
That's going to be a tough one, but you know what? I think we win that ball game.
Then we got the Dallas game against A&M.
A&M's rebuilding. We win that one on the road.
And then Tennessee at home.
I don't know about Tennessee, man.
They're loaded. They just got the number one recruit for 2026 or something like that. Then we got LSU, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Texas, Louisiana Tech, and Missouri.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, that's 9 wins I got.
I did tell you a while ago. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
That's winning that is totally drinking the Kool-Aid. What's up, Dale? You're kind of late, man. 4:53. What's going on, brother?
Go Tigers. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Auburn's going to be a problem in the next couple of years, man.
Auburn?
They are recruiting out the wazoo right now.
Well,
did you see the Alabama recruits? All the recruits coming out of Alabama, they only got one. Alabama only got one. Auburn got all of them except for like 2. Ohio State got one. Alabama got one, and he's like the last ranked one at the bottom. Like, what?
Saban ain't there no more, man.
Yeah, things are different.
Saban ain't there no more. And let me tell you something. Hugh Freeze does well everywhere he goes. Everywhere Hugh Freeze has been, he's done well.
Yeah, he's recruiting his tail end off right now. It sucks watching him get all these recruits.
I think he gets into a little bit of he gets into himself into some situations, but other than the actual coaching, he does a really good job.
All right, well, enough of drinking the Kool-Aid, I guess. Let's move on to the NFL. I have high hopes for the Hogs, but I have high hopes every year this time. We'll see.
Yeah.
So we had the NFL. We actually had a game.
Yeah.
We had part of a game.
Yeah.
We had the Hall of Fame game, which
Yeah.
got cut off short.
Can we call it something else? Can we call it something else?
You think it should
If
be
you
a bunch
got
of Hall of Famers playing?
if you're gonna call it the Hall of Fame game and then you're gonna put your C team out there to play, that's not a Hall of Fame game, man.
Maybe they do it at the end of the year or something.
Yeah, they should.
Instead of the Pro Bowl.
What I think about the new kickoff, I
Yeah.
actually kind of like it. I think there's more opportunity for run backs this year. I think it could be a little bit more exciting. I see it bleeding down in about 3 years to the college game. I see it moving down to the college game in about 3 years is usually what it takes when the NFL comes out with a new rule. But I kind of like it. The one that I didn't know, and I didn't see one in the Hall of Fame game, but again, I didn't pay that close of attention because it was a bunch of scrubs out there. But the new hip tackle rule, where you get a penalty, did that pop up anywhere in the ball game?
I don't know. I didn't see it, but I don't think it did. That's going to be a tough one. I mean, I get the injury factor with that one. It's definitely you hurt people. Let's see if they can be able to do it or not. We'll see.
But it's another handcuff that they're putting on the defense. You know, it's like every year they come up with new rules. Defense can't do this. Defense can't do that. I just feel like they don't want defense. Defense does not sell tickets. They don't want defense. They want offense is what they want.
Yeah. You're going to lose a game because of the ref's flag.
Yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible.
Yeah, it's very true. I don't know the kickoff thing. I know I saw a report today where all the players hate it.
Really?
Especially the former players. They think,
Oh.
no, that's silly. That's silly. They were giving McAfee a hard time, saying you got a voice. You need to be talking this, like, what are you doing? You need to be telling them not to do this. And he's like, I'm not. I can't tell them what to do. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if it'll be more. You think it didn't look like the ones I did see that there wasn't that exciting.
Yeah, well, you need a return man. It's going to make guys like Devin Hester and those types of guys more valuable because the defense is not getting a run and start at you anymore. It should be easier to block up. So you should get better returns. I mean,
we'll see.
But we'll see. But most of the time in the NFL anyway, the kicker's kicking it into the end zone anyway. So I don't know. I think they ought to just give them the ball on the 25 and get rid of it.
No, they can't kick it in the end zone anymore or something. Or there's something against that. They're not supposed to do that.
It's like a penalty now.
I don't know if it's a penalty. I don't know the whole rule, but I know that there's advantages to not kicking it into the end zone. I need to ask Dale about that and see what his input is on that. I don't know the rules that well on that yet. The other news we had was Justin Herbert got injured. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks.
Oh wow! I would be too if I played for San Diego right now. Wait, I'm sorry, it's not San Diego anymore. L.A.
Mm-hmm. They're rebuilding.
Yeah.
They're rebuilding.
Would you want to go out there? Oh, I got plantar fasciitis too. I can't go out there.
And then the other big injury was DeAndre Hopkins. He's supposed to miss 4 to 6 weeks, which means he might miss a game or two or something, which that hurts me in fantasy, but I need to probably trade him anyway. And then I saw that the Raiders have quite the quarterback competition going on. They saw Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell are both going to play in the preseason game 1, trying to find out who the starter is. It's not a good place to be in, I don't think. You don't want to be figuring that out right now.
What do you think about the Jets saying that Rodgers isn't going to play any preseason?
Well, I'm not surprised. It's the saying. Yeah. And then CD still waiting on a contract. He's going to hold out. It looks like Lamar Chase is going to, or not Lamar Chase. Chase is going to hold out for Cincinnati. And I don't know. How long those can last. Sometimes they last all preseason before they get something done.
I don't know, man. I don't understand. I don't know what the front office is thinking with CD. I don't get it, but whatever. I'm not in charge of the checkbook. I like the way that I would like to say that I like the way the Cowboys are looking, but I mean, with so many questions in the air, it's hard to really get excited about it right now.
Yeah. What's his name? Looking this guy up right quick. That's not what I wanted. Anyway, and then I saw some of the schedules are out. So you got your Cowboys playing week 1, and they play Sunday at 4:30 against the Rams.
That'll be a good first game.
Yeah,
it'll be a good first game.
And working all out. I want to see if who the running back situation is going to play out. Is Zeke's going to actually play, or is Dowdle going to play?
Well, actually, they got a running back named Freeman that's making some noise right now in camp. Looks like it's going to be Elliott and Freeman, and then the other running backs will be Dabble, Vaughn, Davis, and Snoop Connor. What a great name, Snoop Connor.
Where's Freeman from? What's his?
Oh crap, dude.
Freeman.
Yeah.
Let me look this up because I haven't heard of that guy.
Yeah, he's making noise in camp. They think that Davis and Snoop Connor are probably too old, so they'll probably be out. And then they got a fullback, Hunter Lipke, something like that.
Uh-oh.
He's
Cowboys running back exits practice with significant injury.
Was that Freeman? Probably is, since he's the one making noise in camp.
Let's see. Yep. Cowboys veteran running back Royce Freeman went to the injury tent. He's now walking to the locker room.
Dadgummit. Okay, so Dabble and Vaughn just moved up on the list. So
that's good. I picked up Dowdle in my fantasy.
I don't know, man. I don't know what our running back situation is going to look like.
I need him to get the starting job.
Our wide receivers, we got Tolbert Brooks, Marino Cooper, Tyron Billy Johnson. What a great name, Tyron Billy Johnson. Turpin, of course, right now, that is, if CD signs, your starting 3 would be Lamb, Cooks, and Tolbert, and the way camp's looking right now. But I don't know, man.
Yeah.
They need to get the Lamb situation settled.
For sure. Absolutely.
And
okay.
Jerry needs to come off that checkbook, start paying some people, dadgummit.
Yeah. Yeah, he said the pressure don't start until second preseason game's over.
How many preseason games are they playing this year?
I see Cowboys only have 3, but I think there's 3 or 4.
I thought they cut it down last year, but they may not have. Maybe they just talked about cutting it down.
I only saw 3 listed for the Cowboys, but that's just them. Somebody else might have 4. Anyway, I don't think I have anything else really. Any other NFL news you got or want to talk about?
No, not really. I'm ready for it to start. I'm ready for college football to start. I'm ready for all this to start, man.
I will tell you, I noticed this. I have friends who are fans of other teams, and every fan is drinking the Kool-Aid right now. You know what I mean? Their team, yeah, man, we had a good off season. We're better than we were last year. Yeah, we're gonna win 9, 10 games, or if whatever. NFL might be more than that, but everybody's high on their team right now.
Sure,
And
sure.
that's great. That's great. I love this time of year because it's so positive. Everybody's so positive.
I kind of like week 5 when everybody's talking about we need a new coach. Why did he do this? I can't
Yeah.
believe that this guy's starting over this guy.
That's coming. So,
Oh,
all right. Well, as we end every show, we want to make sure that you think about your mental health. And there is a national hotline you can call, 988. And I think Tuck had some stuff to talk about on this. What's up, man?
yeah. I got bored and I was doing a little bit of research, and then I went to a funeral, and I had a waitress that had a Bible verse on her arm, and then there was later on that week the same Bible verse came up again, and then on Sunday my preacher preached over this Bible verse, and I was like, wow, that's 3, and 3 usually means something. So I got thinking about it, and suicide is the 11th leading cause of death in America. Okay, 1.6 million suicides attempted last year.
Wow.
All right, 50,000 suicides in 2023, and September's coming up, and September is National Suicide Prevention Month. And on their website, the 988 website, they talk about there are 5 things you can do if you notice that somebody's struggling. And one of the first things that you can do is ask. Ask about them in a caring way. Ask how they're doing. Ask how things are going. It helps people reset. It helps people to. It's a relief to know that somebody actually, wants to know how they're doing. And then you want to keep them safe, man. You want to if you think somebody is actually, or if they have talked about making an attempt on their life, maybe we need to lock up the gun cabinet, maybe take the knives away, spend some more time with them, maybe maybe just keep them safe. You see a situation where you can make it a little bit safer for them, do it. Be there, listen to them. Just don't put in any input. Just listen to what they got to say. Connection, find local groups, friends, family, Bible studies. Include these people in these little groups so they can find other connections and they can find other people to give them support. Yep. And then last but not least, you want to follow up with people. You asked how they were. You put them into a group. You've been keeping them safe. Just follow up every once in a while. Text them. Give them a call. Stop by their house. Take them a dish. Take them out to dinner. Something. Just follow up with them. Way too many suicides. The 988 number also works if you call 1-800-SUICIDE. 1-800-SUICIDE connects you straight to the 988. All that. They also do text. They do chat. You can do all that through the 988 number. You don't have to call it. You can text it. They'll get a hold of you.
Did you say over 1 million attempts?
1.6 million suicide attempts. Yes. Yeah.
That is an insane number.
Yeah. Number 1 leading cause in suicides is guns, suffocation, and pills come in second and third. So, those are the kinds of things that you want to look for when you're keeping them safe.
Oof. Man.
Pills are an easy one for people who don't have access to a gun or something like that. Pills seem to be a very popular way to try and do it. Don't do life alone. 988. Everybody's affected by suicide. Suicide prevention is coming. Suicide prevention month is coming up in September. I suggest you do what you can to not just help people, but to get the word out. this is actually an epidemic in our country.
Yeah, for sure.
The Surgeon General actually called it a health crisis.
Mental
And
health crisis.
it has a lot to do with our mental health in this country. It does.
For sure, man. Yeah. All right. Good stuff, man. Everybody, don't do life alone. Call 988 if you need help. Call a friend, anybody. Get some help. So, but anyway, thanks for watching, and hit that like and subscribe buttons for us. And we will catch you on the next one. Peace out.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.